Erica, and today I'm going to make a short presentation to talk about the differences in TOEFL and in CAI. So first, TOEFL is the most recognized English test proficiency in the world. It is accepted in around 150 countries and 90% in the US universities. Accept the TOEFL and Cambridge English Test is accepted around the world and also is accepted in a higher universities ranking. To apply higher, if you have to apply in a higher education or university, you must take either C1 advanced or C2 proficiency test. So the purpose of those certifications are education, migration, and jobs opportunities, personal development. Now I make some differences in. So the first question is, how does the TOEFL and the CAI difference in their reading English usage section? So the differences between TOEFL and CAI is that Cambridge test has reading and use of English in one exam and TOEFL no. So in TOEFL we have separate those categories. The English test has different types of exercise that show how well you can control your grammar and vocabulary. But in TOEFL, each section or the specific section of use of English and reading is separate. How would you prepare for this for the examination? So, well, if we take reading, if we talk about reading, nothing prepares you for the reading test better than reading. So we have to read a lot. It's obviously if we have to take the reading or if we have to obtain the best grade in the exam, so we have to read a lot, different lectures, different stories, different, so improve our vocabulary in that section. Then we have to talk the differences in writing. So in the writing part, the difference between CAI and TOEFL is that in Cambridge you have to create two different pieces of writing, such as essay, letter, emails, proposals, reports, or reviews. And you only have 1 hour 30 minutes to complete that part. On the other hand, in the TOEFL writing section, you write an essay response based on a reading and a listening task. So you support an opinion in your writing. So that's the difference between CAI and TOEFL. Then we have the differences between differences of TOEFL and CAI in the listening section. The only difference is that CAI test, Cambridge tests your ability to follow and understand the range of spoken topics, such as interviews, broadcast tools, or everyday conversation, typical conversations with your family or your friends or at the university. But in TOEFL, only listen the lectures, classroom discussions or conversations, then answer the questions and then in both exams you have to answer some questions. And next we have the differences in the speaking section in a TOEFL and Cambridge test. So Cambridge evaluates your ability to communicate effectively face-to-face or face-to-face situations. You will take an speaking test with another candidate, and in TOEFL express an opinion on a familiar topic, always speaking section based on a reading or listening task. Now, if you have to take an exam for certification, I recommend that will be prepared before 3 months, because you need to practice each section. As I mentioned before, if you have to take a Cambridge test or TOEFL test, you need time to practice. You need practice maybe 3 months before to take the exam. For example, in a reading part, in the reading section, you have to read a lot. You have to read newspapers. You have to recognize formal vocabulary. You have to recognize in a use of English. You have to recognize more phrases or contractions used in that part. You can take the exam if you have to allow a score in your vocabulary. That's my recommendations about the certifications. Thank you.